Hey y'all, I'm Shayna, and if you're new here, we're reviewing Belle Collective Season 2, Episode 5. Make sure at the end of the video, if you really enjoy this type of content, to subscribe and like. It will help out a baby YouTuber such as myself. And I apologize for the glare in my glasses, but I got to see y'all. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Letitia and Marie meet for Yanni's theme. Yoni's theme. Yanni. Either way, I want to try it. Like, I've been wanting to try it. I know it's real popular right now. And, I'm curious. I'm intrigued. But I need to find a permanent wax lady before I can even get to the Yoni steam. But, I want to see if it's all it's cracked up to be. So Maria is about to have an orgasm. And I'm thinking, awkward AF for Letitia. Girl, get a grip. And Marie just... she's discussing her rebirthing birthday party, her rebirth party. She said her birthday is on 2/2/22 on a Tuesday. It's a good time to rebirth and start anew and start fresh. All of a sudden, Letitia starts talking about Glenn selling her sweet nothings and telling her a dream. You must be falling for the dream because she has her ring back on. And it just brings me back to what I said in my last review, that the storyline is giving fake, in my opinion. We know that you are still with him. You probably never moved to your mother's house. I don't believe it for a second. Maybe she is tired of him and his games, but she's still with that man, and I don't care what she's talking about right now. Marie starts speaking on Cedric. It was a perfect opportunity for her to bring him back up. Why? I don't know. Because their relationship gives fake to me as well. I don't know. But she mentions him. He's on her mind. Whatever happened to that tall guy she was with last season, who knows? I wish she would bring him back and get her mind off Cedric, please. So we move on to the next scene. And Tamra, the mom and her parents are meeting up. Everybody got on all black, and they're discussing them trying to have a child, because we know that's her storyline for right now. She's been trying to have a child since last season. She's been discussing this. And they're trying IUI. Her mom is wondering what's that. She's explaining all the things she had to go through with the fibroids and how it helped. And they've done everything but try naturally. I understand you want to get married first, as you should. But, I'm thinking at least put that on the table. Let that be one of your options. You never tried naturally. We might not even have to go through all this. But that's just my thought. Her mom asks about marriage, and the mom says yes, that's in the future, and I don't believe nothing until I see a ring. So I see you got a ring, you got down on one knee, you proposed, y'all went before a judge or a pastor. I don't want to hear it. I'll believe it when I see it, because this has been going on for a little while now. I know they just got back together, but if you're going to do it, then just don't talk about it, be about it. So Tamra feels guilty. She says she was in surgery when her grandmother passed. They're talking about selling the grandmother's home. And, she's feeling bad about it. People tend to do that when something happens to someone or someone passes and they think, I could have done this, I could have done that. And seeing from what I saw, they had pictures of the grandmother turning 97. She said she had a happy life. So it seemed like she lived a long, happy life. And I think we should just look at it as a blessing and be grateful for that. I'm sure her grandmother knows how much she loves her. So Marie meets with Essie, and she tells her that she met with Cedric. And Essie is like, why? And so am I. So Essie has her own secret, and she said that she met with Latrice behind Marie's back. And Latrice owned up to her wrongdoings. And Maria's like, oh, she finally admitted it. I think Latrice needs to give Marie a genuine, sincere apology. I know she was difficult to talk to before, but now that she's owned up to it, she needs to just go ahead and apologize to Marie and let it be authentic and genuine, and so they can really, truly move on. Essie also invited Latrice to the rebirthing party. How does Essie have that type of power? But she did, so we'll see how that goes. Tamra goes to Aikisha's house, and she says she's meeting her kids for the first time. And Aikisha said none of the ladies showed up to her son's birthday party, and she's feeling away. I'm gonna feel away too. Don't tell me you're gonna come if you're not gonna come. They especially look like they had it at maybe a trampoline park or something. I got to pay for your kids to show up and pay for food and everything else. Don't say you won't come. Just say you can't make it. Now, Tamra saying, it was kind of uncomfortable for her because she doesn't have children. And I know that can be touchy, especially since she really wants children. But I've had people that don't have any children at my kids' birthday parties before. I think you can stop by, swing past for a few minutes, drop off a gift and leave. Or, just say, I can't make it. But Tamra did come to her house with a gift. I thought that was nice. The other ladies didn't come, didn't say nothing. But of course it's because they really not feeling Akeisha. So Akeisha tells Tamra what Letitia said about Damon, and she mentions that she knows someone. She has a friend that, knows of him, and she kind of told her about their conversation and something about an emotional connection. And Tamra's like, nope, I don't believe it. No, not my man. And it was kind of like a nervous laugh. And I think Tamra has concerns, and she's just not owning up to it in this moment. So we get to the rebirthday party. So Gucci comes and she's complaining about the decor. And I honestly forgot about So Gucci. She hasn't been on, the episode much. We don't see much of her, only a few minutes. Essie should be on full time, in my opinion. Bring on Essie full time and put So Gucci on as a friend to the show. Essie has a life outside of Marie. She has a husband. She probably got children. She has lupus. She runs the business with Marie. I want to see more of Essie. We see more of Essie now than So Gucci anyway. More Essie, please. So Marie's mom mentions that she needs help with her addiction. Marie says she's going to help her. Very sad, especially if you've watched like Keisha Cole's show back in the day. It kind of reminded me of that, and it was just very sad. My heart goes out to anyone who's dealing with or has a family member dealing with addiction. I'm glad that her mom wants to overcome this. She knows it's an issue, and she's not just in it. She wants to overcome it. So Latrice comes strolling in, and she's talking about, hey girl, and Marie is twirling her around in a circle, talking about, look at my sister. Y'all, I cracked up. Like, what? How did we get here? Like, it was given. Did y'all watch the verses with Gucci Mane and Jeezy, and it seemed like they was beefing the whole time? Then at the end, like, we found out they really like made up weeks or months prior. And that's what I feel about these two. Like, I feel like they probably been made up and was just putting on for the show, possibly. But either way, they rebirthed and they're letting bygones be bygones. Marie is just happy in her moment to rebirth and start anew with her friendships. And then Cedric shows up with his tux. And Latrice gonna say, ooh, here comes Cedric the entertainer, come switching in. I said, ooh, Latrice, not Cedric switching in, Cedric the entertainer. So Latrice is funny. And I honestly think I would like Latrice and Marie better as friends than frenemies or enemies, because they both have a good sense of humor. And I think together they would bring, a lot of comic relief and a lot of laughs versus them being enemies. So Marie immediately starts talking about infidelity ruining her marriage because Cedric's there. And when she sees Cedric, her first thought is about him and his cheating ways. I'm thinking, which marriage? The first real legal marriage, or that second fake marriage when you try to say y'all was married, but y'all wasn't really married? I don't know. Cedric said, look, I'm a cheater, but I ain't no liar, because he definitely exposed them on that reunion, and I ain't forget about it. I'm going to leave it alone now, but she keep acting like they got divorced like yesterday. But when did you really, Marie? Like, at this point, let it go and let him go. So Letitia starts crying as Marie is talking about the infidelity. I guess it hits close to home. Letitia, don't cry about it. You ain't going nowhere. You're still with the man. I know it might be a smidge embarrassing because it's on TV, but girl, who cares what they got to say? Like, just stand in it. So Marie gives a speech about her struggles with lupus, and she credits Cedric for, pointing her in the right direction with someone who gave her, I guess, some type of natural remedies, or she didn't have to use her medicine anymore. And she said Cedric saved her life. I think we giving Cedric a little bit too much, ain't we? I mean, he just knew somebody that knew somebody. Even So Gucci said, oh, so Cedric is, G-O-D? Not the one I serve. What? Like, okay. I mean, I'm glad that he was able to help you, but let's not give him too much. I think Marie just wants him back. Suddenly, Cedric just burst into song. I was like, what? Like, not it wasn't like a smooth like train. He just started singing. Like, okay, and everybody was like, "Oh, wow, Ceddy Jackson." So, you know, he sings Happy Birthday, and everybody, like Latrice was like, "Are y'all renewing y'all vows?" And I said, "Dang, all that over a Happy Birthday song?" So, you know, they're talking about them reconciling. Even though Essie says in her confessional that she still thinks he's toxic. So why? Sorry, I got something in my face. Why are we talking about them reconciling if you think he's toxic? Let him sing Happy Birthday and get on. I don't even remember seeing him walking with a gift, especially after that little Rolex incident last week or the week before. He said that he'll always be a friend to her, and he left. He don't want her, clearly. He left, he got up out of there. When they started all that reconciliation talk, he said, it's my cue to go. So Tamra mentions that no one showed up for Aikisha's child's birthday party, and I just realized that Aikisha's not there. So the ladies, they just didn't like the way Aikisha came off. She rubbed them the wrong way. They said they had prior engagements, and really they just not feeling her. Of course, Letitia, you know, said that Aikisha was talking about them behind their back, and she brings up that plate again. And I never want to hear the word plate come out of her mouth or Aikisha's mouth ever again. I am tired of hearing about that plate. If y'all don't do nothing else, don't ever give this woman a plate, please. If there's food there, don't invite her because I don't want to hear about it, please. So Lucia pulls Tamra to the side about Damon and brings up her friend in the emotional connection. Tamra is firm that Letitia's friend is lying and she does not and did not have an emotional connection with him. She says she saw some text messages and she scrolled up and she never saw anything inappropriate. Letitia does not believe Tamra. I don't know. I don't think so either because I think Tamra is showing signs of concern, especially at the end because Tamra and Damon meet at her grandmother's house and they reminisce and talk about, you know, the good times with the grandmother. And then Tamra confronts him about Letitia's friend. And, you know, we had a cliffhanger there. We end there. They're in a confessional and they ask him about the friend and he got, you know, very short with the producer. So I'm like, okay, there has to be something to this for you to be acting this way, or you would just come straight out with it. Like, what, you know, no, you would confirm it right then and there. There would be nothing. There would be no cliffhanger because there would be nothing else to talk about. You would let her know and set it straight. So we'll see next episode what he has to say about this friend and where this goes. Do y'all think that they actually going to get married and have this baby? I hope Tamra does have her baby because I know it's a desire of her heart. But, you know, with him and this marriage first, I don't know. So let me know what y'all are thinking. Let me know what y'all thought about Latrice and Marie making up. Let me know all your thoughts on this episode down in the comments. Share this video with a friend who enjoys Belle Collective. Check out my other content. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.